Guys, deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. One of you kind viewers asked me to speak about role models. Do I believe players have a right to be role models, whether that be to young pros, young children, fans of all ages, all of that sort of stuff? And I must admit, I am on the fence with this, man. But because I am YouTube's N'Golo Kante, we might as well try. Where do I start, man? I must admit, my thoughts are a bit scrambled. Firstly, of course, you've got to be a role model in any walk of life, especially in regards to stuff where you're in the public eye. You've got to transmit a decent image 9 times out of 10. Yes, I mean, you look at Anthony Joshua, he's, not to hold it against him, and I don't care, but, I mean, if he presented himself a different way than how he does now and carries himself now, do you know how many times people will be reminded of his past about going to prison and them things? But because of how he's evolved, how he's matured, I don't want to say mature because I don't know him personally to say his mindset and stuff, but how he's evolved as a person and coming across, nobody mentions the prison stuff, right? Now, if you was to look at the Dillian Whyte versus AJ fight, Dillian Whyte, as far as I'm concerned, to make this example, hasn't been involved in problems with the law. But if you looked at both of them, based on this, how they carried themselves in the lead up to that fight, you would think Dillian Whyte's the jailbird, the one that went prison and things, and AJ isn't. Now, AJ might have different sides to his personality. He might have things that he can't show you, and to a degree that goes for all sportsmen. But he's moving like a role model. But then if I flip it on its head, I don't believe people should be role model. Let me expand on that. Yes, you should be a role model in any walk of life. I've given the AJ example. I mean, if someone's teaching your children, you want them to be someone that's presentable, someone that's not done certain things, and someone that's a decent human being. And there's many other examples. But I also believe you don't have to be a role model because, yeah, I mean, people would say Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for an example, isn't a role model. They'll say he's loud, he's obnoxious, he's this, he's that, and some of that might even be true. But then when you look at it, he's come from a place of adversity. His parents are immigrants. He went to Sweden. Sweden's a very lovely place, but if you look at it, he would stand out like a sore thumb. He's dealt with a lot of prejudice and a lot of people doubting him. So where's that inner confidence come from? Himself. If he didn't have that inner confidence, he probably wouldn't be a professional footballer. Some people might see cocky. I personally see someone that's fought against adversity and someone that's very humble and down to earth. But yes, many people wouldn't call him a role model. And that goes for several other players. I do believe also that you live in your life for you. Like, if I'm a professional footballer, of course, with my children and the people that know me personally, I'm going to put up the most positive spin on things I can and try and have the most nicest image. But at the same time, I'm human. At the same time, I'm not living my life for someone else's children. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I'm not living my life for someone else's kids. Like, it's not my problem. As deep as that might sound, it's actually not my problem. Because if we're honest, kids are fickle. Like, one minute they love you, you're your favourite footballer, then you're not. The kids don't owe anything to you. And we don't owe anything to no other kids, in my opinion. That's just my humble opinion. Because, like I said, they're fickle. One minute they'll love you, then you're not the player of the month. They might even grow up and they don't like you no more. You see the things. And that's just not just kids. That's life. People love you and people hate you. So you need to have a life for yourself. I wouldn't really promote someone, I don't know, I'm going to say Balotelli because, I mean, he's coming to my head. I wouldn't want someone to do something that's not them or present an image that isn't them because they ultimately, one, you're living your life for you. Two, those that understand you will see you as a role model and will understand you make mistakes and things like that. Like, I just don't believe in this whole, I can get it, and I'm not saying you don't present yourself. I'm not saying go out there doing mad things in a rave, footballers popping mad bottles, dropping stuff on the floor, getting in mad fights. But I'm just saying that, I'm not saying to do that and the bad boy image, but I'm just saying if you wanted to do a fraction of that, and someone and you wanted to do that, you're valid to do that because regardless, someone's always going to have something to say. I mean, we're in a climate where if Raheem Sterling goes to Greg's, there's a problem. If Lacazette goes to Tesco's in a Ferrari, there's a problem. Raheem Sterling buys shower gel. I mean, I don't know what £1 million shower gel they want him to buy, but he buys shower gel for a pound and they're getting onto him. So you can't win. And I feel, especially in today's market where us fans, we have a lot of, I don't want to say invasion in their private life because we don't, but at the same time, we're there, access social media 24/7. The minute a footballer says something, we'll roll them up on it or they'll get bantered. They're obviously on the screens and things like that. They're always in the public and stuff. It must get exhausting. Like, you're bound to make mistakes, and ultimately you're living your life for you. Like, God put you here to live one life, and you can't live it for no one else. And maybe it's just because I see the different. I like people that are different and stand out differently and stood for what they believe in and can understand it from their lens. But I don't believe necessarily that anybody owes anything to be a role model, especially children you don't know. I can't lie, children or young adults that you don't know. That's just my opinion. Like, if I'm a professional footballer, I'm doing everything for me. Obviously, I'm not going out of my way to be nasty or have a nasty role model, be a nasty role model. And I hope that people can see me as a role model, because I'll be living life, doing the normal things you need to do in society. But I'm just not going to. I just wouldn't be on this PG stuff that you see with some players. Like, I'd live my life for me. I believe everybody should live their lives for themselves, to be honest. So there isn't no right and wrong to this answer, to be honest with you. And yeah, I do believe a lot of footballers, especially young players, could be media trained a bit better, because you definitely see the difference between ones that are trained to speak to the media and ones that are not. Like Raheem Sterling, he still comes across as very shy. I don't believe he's shy. He's got that ends mentality. You don't want to be inner people. You don't want inner people to be inner your business if you don't really know them like that. But look at his Liverpool interviews to the City ones. He's much more confident. He's more relaxed. He's taking his time. Obviously, that's come from the mistakes that Liverpool have made and he's made in his early career, and he's patterned it up. People would say he's not a role model. What do you see? Even though it's not true, 8 kids and all of these things, people would say he's not a role model. But then they don't see him donating to charity, working hard in training consistently, battling all the odds, all of them positive things there, helping homeless, trying to help the relationship between the Metropolitan Police and certain gangs and stuff. They don't see them positive things. So you'll never win. You'll never win, to be honest with you. But guys, Deluded Gooner, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching. I must admit, I'm on the fence. I'm out.